Hello. How's it popping? Um, Here we are. I can hear myself. I can see myself. This is grand. This is a good start. The stream has not ordered an orbital strike to my house yet. If you hear sounds over there behind that mysterious door, it's because it's my family that lives in the same building as I do. I'm gonna mute myself on the stream I'm watching because that's gonna be annoying. Yes, hello. Audio bad? Oh, and. Alright, I'll blur. Let me... Oh. Hello. Yoink. Okay. I'm gonna close this and stick this guy here. Okay, perfect. So now that this whole thing is working, this is awesome. And this is sick and cool. So I'm going to make sure that my desktop audio is in fact functioning. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a little, what audio file can I, there you go. Okay, can you hear this? Is this all good?
What the actual fuck, mummy?
Okay. That seems to have worked. This is awesome and sick and cool. So, yeah. This is my stream. Can I see who's watching? Or can I just see how many? Okay. So, a bit louder. Sensitivity's already at max. I guess I'll just like do that. I'll just go closer to my microphone. Did I put the pop filter on? I'm very muffled. Okay, wait a second. Very muffled, like compared to the rest of the audio, or in general? Because now that I'm closer, it should be better. I hear myself fine in my own thing. I don't know. I guess I'll trust this. So, sorry for the poopy sort of aspect ratio. This is 16:9, and like my MacBook monitor is some sort of fuck ass in between because they want to be so different. So, yeah. This is gonna be sick. I might want to wait for some people. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is awesome, guys. This is sick and cool. So, yes, there's a ladybug here. He's very nice. Doesn't have a name, nor does the log. What plant hit the bug on? I have no idea. I just found this nice macro picture. I'm like, this is a nice picture. I'm gonna put it as my desktop. Because the one before I had was like, I don't remember what it was, but it kind of sucked. So, here it is. You ready? This is gonna be crazy. Wham. Unfortunately, the only two people who are watching right now are people who I've showed this entire thing to. So, and we're there for when I was making it. Probably good if you remove the spines. I know some people eat cactus like as a thing. Try it like the cactus? I don't want to try cactus. That sounds gonna be kind of poopy, I cannot lie. Okay. So, okay. Ping the whole server? Okay, if you say so. That's the wrong button. Ugh. Oh my god, hi guys. Yay! Everybody's here. What's good, gang? This is not, I think it's real actually. Here's, okay. Hello. Guys, shout out to IJGlazer67. It's a great Instagram account that you should go look at with very entertaining videos and lots of fun content. So yeah. I have so many fans. Fun on, you're the second one. Isn't that awesome? Okay. I had something I was gonna say and then I forgot it. Can I remember it? I can. Shout out to Kira Briggs, daughter of Karen Briggs, because she's pretty funny and is also really good at music and makes a lot of it all the time. So here's my project. Oh, QJ's been demoted to number 3. Devilish work. Here's the project. Here it is. There are 61 tracks. Oh, you should go check her out, Funon. She's really great. I'm sure you'd love the stuff she makes. Yeah, that one. Yeah. And you know those polyrhythm warm-ups that she does? You should go look at those too. Those are really funny. So for the people that weren't here 10 minutes ago, sorry for the poo-poo aspect ratio because I'm on a MacBook Pro and they're stupid. My bad, gang. So I don't know what to start with. Do you guys think I should start with just going through the thing, or do you think I should talk about the ideas I got it from? I think I'm gonna do the idea I got it from because that's like sort of, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so the idea for this song was there's this road that I live on and there's a road that goes like this, perpendicular. Oh, what's the song sound like? It sounds like this, I guess. That's a preview. But that's not all it is. There's lots of variety and fun times to be had. So, the song, I got the idea when I was going to my bus stop for college, and there was the stop sign, and get this, it had some stickers on it. And it gave me You can't hear it? This is unfortunate. I'm gonna try and figure this out. Fuck. I have macOS audio capture? Dude, okay. First time streaming, by the way. This first time streaming. Can you tell? Okay. I'm gonna go into my settings and figure this shit out. Maybe. Yeah. Well, it's also annoying because macOS is just like stupid with this kind of thing. Yeah, QJ, help me right now. I'm gonna call you and we will sort this out if that is baller. Hello? Hi. Yeah. Okay. No, yeah, no. All of my computer audio except for that stupid shitpost thing that I showed at the beginning. Which was really stupid. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Add a new source. Okay. Audio capture. This is awesome. What a good stream. Okay. I didn't change anything, so nothing's gonna come through. So macOS screen capture. Audio? No, audio capture. They're cool. Okay.
Try audio capture.
Okay.
And then desktop audio.
Oh.
Can the stream actually hear me now?
Yes, I think so.
Wait, we're about to find out.
I'm gonna turn this volume down. Looks really.
Definitely, because it's peaking.
Are we
They
balling?
can hear
Are we
me.
balling? Okay, we're officially
Can they hear
balling.
Ableton?
Oh, I hope so. Let me test. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I'm so good. You're so good. We're so good. We're so awesome, guys. We did it. Ah! Okay. I'm gonna disconnect now so I can do my stream.
Have fun.
Thank
I'll be
you.
watching from the background.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
steal your pickles.
This is untrue. I have none. Goodbye. Ah, what a... This is awesome. This is not untrue. I did see the stop sign and then I wrote the song. Okay, so this song is like two things going like this and then making a cool thing. So the first, the idea, and there's the song. The idea was the stop sign. I thought, isn't it cool when people see a very lame thing and then they put a sticker on it so it's cool now? I should write a song about that because that's an idea that I enjoy. And so the song is about that. And so that was the first idea. Then all of this is comes from one time where I got really into Lewis Cole. This is correct. I did this thing where I started getting really into Lewis Cole, and then I wanted to just as a funny little exercise, just like try and make something that sounds like his music. And so I just took a bunch of like elements of his stuff and then made a little thing. So the first thing was the chord progression, Lucy Cole. I did take Lucy Cole as inspiration. And so what I did was just took a bunch of stuff that he tends to do. So like for the chord progression, at some point in an interview, I heard him say that he just takes a chromatic bass line and then just sticks chords above it that work with the chromatic bass line. So that's what I did. And fun fact, this entire song is entirely composed out of major chords. There are no minor chords in this song. This is the chord progression here that I wrote down for the solo so I could remember it as I'm trying to compose it. Yeah. So it's just like a bunch of major chords. And then, so I started with these guys, which is like, sounds like a mosquito. I low-key found it a little annoying at first. But I wanted like a one note and then stuff moves under it. And so the chords start here. So this is just like basic intro. This is just a preset that I took, that I stole. Yeah, dude, it was like, yeah, I want to make it like cool sounding, where it'd be like, oh, look, it's one note and then stuff is changing under it. So it's just like very, I mean, it only plays one note. Like, this is untrue. It plays multiple notes, but only one at a time. How many? Okay. So it just like does this the whole time, except at the end. And so this is just like some sort of like organ kind of sound. Same thing for here, but it's just one note or one octave lower. I can't lie, like I was kind of afraid of this intro because I thought it sounded kind of annoying at first. So, I don't know, but that's how it is. The chords are same thing, more chords, but then there's the actual chord progression that comes in here, because this guy is different. And then I also add an organ, which is, oh, okay, it's because it's automated. This guy comes in. This is like the best thing ever because it's a free organ plugin, Collab 3. Best thing ever. I love this thing so much. It's so great. There's a paid one that I kind of want to get, but at the same time I have this, so I don't really need it. Yeah, fades in over a long ass time. And so that was the first thing, was the chord progression that he usually doesn't, like Lewis Cole usually just takes like chromatic bass lines and just like messes with it, with the chords above it. The second thing was show link. I can send it to you later. There's so there's this thing which is like he tends to use a lot of like, you know, like saw waves and like more like Casio default presets type stuff, and a lot of weird rhythms that are really syncopated. And so yeah. So like I tried to get something that was really like stuttery, because one thing he does a lot is like he'll do like a thing that repeats, like a sort of rhythmic thing, and you don't really understand it, and then the drums come in and you're like, oh, that's how it works. And it's really cool when he does that. I like that a lot, so I try to do that. And I also tried to like do a hard pan thing that I ended up scrapping. So that's the intro, other than these guys, which says that stop sign is a sticker on it. It's like a Texas Speech Sam voice thing that I just took and put on there, and then I put auto shift and just like auto tuned the hell out of it, with just like different effects, stuff to like, you know, auto filter to fade it in. To fit it in here, because these are the lyrics. So that's for the intro. I think that's everything. Over here's where it starts to get awesome. So here, the chords are the exact same. Everything is the same except there's the bass. Which kind of sounds funny on its own, I can't lie. And then these guys are actually both of them because they're... I'm a big fan of these because this was taken, like, this was ripped directly from outer remote behavior. Like this whole thing was super inspired by outer remote behavior, which is Louis Cole song, because it's really awesome and super duper groovy, and it's the best thing ever. It sounds like a fart. The bass, yeah, kind of. That's my bad, gang. Under everything, it sounds fine though. And then here is, what is this? Okay, these aren't on yet. So that should be, yeah, these aren't, yeah, these guys aren't on. We can ignore those safely. There's these guys. Which are just like hard pan claps and a small snap. Yeah, the fart basses work well if you put them in the right context, which is the case for most things. But fart basses especially, because if you put fart basses in the wrong context, it sounds like a fart. So it's not, you know, it's not ideal. So yeah, here is that, which is just, I think I recorded these probably. Yeah, I just recorded those. 2023? Did I record those? I don't even know if I recorded those. I don't care. Then this is default stuff. Yeah. And so it's like, one thing that he does a lot in outer remote behavior is he'll like put all of the elements of a beat except the kick, because it's like anticipatory and awesome. So there's all the stuff except the kick. And then what's fun is the organ has, you know, like rotary organs, like that sort of thing. This one has the setting, and I have it here, like the speed of the rotariness. I have it here. It's really awesome. It's like my favorite thing ever about this when it goes. That kind of thing. Like the best thing ever. So I put that in a lot because it just sounds really sick. Then that is these guys, you have like, yeah, the chorus comes in. So it's this preset thing that I didn't really do much with. Then delay. I think this is all part of that. I don't know what this LFO is here for. Doesn't do much. Okay, like doesn't I don't know what this does. Oh, I think it's for the pitch, maybe just like a tiny bit of pitch wobble. Yeah, this is at least I think. Yeah, it moves the pitch a tiny bit. So it's just like a little bit of pitch, little pitch wobble for funsies. Then there's the phaser, flanger, which I put a ton of because I just think that it sounds cool. And then there's the kilohertz phaser. I put on another one because one is never enough. And then, you know, EQ to leave space for the bass. I have two, wait. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so there's the little mini weird organ. There's the actual organ, which I didn't put much stuff on. I think it's just more pitch deviation and then like EQing to make it more present. Yeah, all that stuff stays relatively the same for this. And then up here we have the vocals coming in. So I'm not much of a vocalist. I don't really like particularly recording myself in a musical context other than like effects and stuff. And I suck at lyric writing, and so I just like looked up rhymes and stuff. I literally went on like a rhyming website to write these. And it took a really long time too. And so this is me in my basement with my laptop and microphone and stuff in the like the food pantry, because it's like the most isolated spot, because if I'm yelling I don't want my whole family to hear me, really. So there's that. And you know, it slowly fades in, and here what I did was I auto-tuned, sorry, the shit out of it. So I could mess with the so I could just mess with the melody just by itself. It would be way easier to do that. So yeah. So I have a gate because it also is really noisy. I don't know why my mic is so noisy. I wish it wasn't. There's probably a way to fix that, but I haven't got to yet. EQ to get out of the stuff. Some redux. Let me go over here. To make it like crunchy. Some fuzz. One could say some fizz. Maybe. But yeah. So distortion. Saturation. Barely makes a difference. Whatever. The auto shift, because or else. Ugh. Aha. And plus, like, I do the thing where I get an LFO here and it's on like, you know, random, and I mapped that to the formant, so like the so when I'm talking it's like sounds more robotic. I love voice crack. Sounds more robotic. So I was trying to make it kind of sound like this guy. I was kind of making it like that. Compressor, auto filter for the, you know, transition. And then there's a delay somewhere here. At least there should be. Oh no, it's on the whole. Okay, it's on this whole thing. Oh, there's even more effects. Okay, so OTT because. Just push it together. Delay just for like atmosphericness, reverb, and cutting out all the lows. So that's the vocals coming in, plus these, plus this. So yeah, this is the whole thing with no auto filter. This took so long to do. So like the original one's like that, you know, it's like really robotic, obviously. So I had to chop it up and actually time it correctly. And it took so long because I had to like squash and stretch everything and try and max it up. And I had to do that with every stupid line of this song. Look how cool the waveform is. Yeah, this is really annoying to do because it's just like it just sounds so bad. Like if you don't, like if you kind of half-ass it, it just sounds really bad. So I tried my best to line that up, and then I also just doubled this with my vocals. I also like changed up a few timings here, just to make it sound really on point. Because I wanted this song to be super punchy, because also just kind of like and fall flat and be just like okay. So there's the vocals. Then here is where the chorus is. So kind of basic. Same things are here. The drones are still they're the whole song. Chords, same thing. Same automation actually, so it's really, similar. These guys are still going crazy. The main thing here is the drums. So I layered a ton of stuff for the kick and snare. In the previous section, this little kick was coming in. This little guy. This is really, really tiny little kick just for like the transition. Like hinting at the thing. And then I have this small kick. And then there's the big kick, which... Big guy. I don't know where I got this. Oh, it's from a Skrillex sample pack. And then for the snare... So here's the snare in its entirety. Ready? There's the whole thing. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers to this thing. There's a Skrillex like noisy snare. There's this little poopy guy. There's that guy. There's this clap and snap from before. And then there's this guy, which I learned from deadmau5 is a really good thing to do is to like pre-snare your snare. So if you have like a big snare hit, like it's fun to just like do a little that goes into it, because without it, hello, a little pause. This is my song. I'm talking about it. So like with it, it sounds like, but if we take it off, it's just like all of the punch is gone. It's like sounds much better now, especially with the kick, because like I feel like with a sort of pre-snare, it just like it makes it like I want to eat it, I want to chew on it, you know what I mean? And then without it, it's just like nothing. So because when people clap, right, it's not everybody goes at the exact same time. There's people who clap before, and so it kind of makes it more like an actual like snare clap type thing. Then there's cymbals, which I just added these in. I have the most basic like open ride ever, which is also from a Skrillex pack. They're just like a regular, just a regular little guy. So pretty regular cymbals, like not too special. Then of course I have the like noise going in. I'm not good at risers, because I see these people like with their projects and their like actual, like super well produced songs, and they have these like crazy risers that just like, oh my god, I did not know you could put this here. And I use like 2, 3, 4 risers barely. So there's just literally just sidechain noise. Yeah, it's just sidechain noise. There's this guy, reverse cymbal, classic. There's a guy going but reverse, and then there's what does this sound? Okay, so oh, it's because I don't use it. Okay, what would it sound like if I did? It sounds stupid, so there you go. I wasn't even using it. These guys, I don't know what. Okay, I think it's me. That's my drumming actually. That's cool. I was like practicing my drums, I was like, oh my god, I should record like Lewis Cole, which is just sticking your MacBook next to the drums and pressing record and nothing else. Because for his first album, I remember he said that he did that. He just recorded his drums by just sticking his MacBook with its like, you know, built-in microphone next to it and then just recording with nothing else. I mean, obviously effects, but like barely anything else on it, like no sound treatment or anything. So I tried that and it didn't really work because it was so distorted because drums are so loud and I can't turn down the gain of this much. And these guys... Oh yeah, okay, so this is something I didn't use. I wanted to use this, but I didn't. So it's just the organ, except it has... Where is it? Spectral compressor. So this is a free thing you can get. It's kind of a, you know, flashbang of an interface, but you can get it for free. It's really awesome. And there's an AU5 video that I watched about this where he uses it not as a compressor but as like a sort of morphing type of thing where you can take two sounds and kind of like take the your like the, you know, like how do I say this, like the transients, and sort of like if someone's talking you can take their sort of the way they're talking and then sort of imprint that on like a pad or something. So I mapped this guy, I sidechained this guy to the robot voice, so it kind of like makes it sound like the robot voice is speaking through the organ. But I ended up not using it because I think I do at the end, but at the beginning here I don't use it. Yeah, I don't use it. Yeah, I don't use it all the way at the end, because if I used it here, you can't even hear it. So I just figured there's too much stuff already going on. It's not really gonna do much, so I took it out. So yeah, here's all the drums. I wanted to make this sort of like a really dead mouse drums that are just like, just hi Goofy, that are just like, you know, kick and snare just for 50 minutes, because that's how he does it. Like tracks like I Remember and Ghost and stuff, it's just boom, boom, the whole time, with like, you know, cymbals in the back obviously, but like the just the kicks are just humongous, and it's just that the whole time. So I wanted to try to get that effect because it sounds pretty hype and awesome. So there's, I don't know if I changed the bass. Do I change the bass? That sounds so stupid. Yeah, I put the filter attack. Yeah, so like this is more high end, so you can actually like hear it more. It just sounds kind of stupid. Goofy, check out this funny noise I didn't use. I don't know where I got that. Probably like a default Ableton thing, because like all the vocal chops I use were probably that. Okay, so there's that. First half sounds like this. And then here is where it gets hype, because I start doing this. The bass does sound like a fart, but as most things, depends on the context. I think I got it pretty good. So there's that. There's the fart bass. There's my vocals where I just like do this stuff, harmony, whatever. Make it sound like more cool and important. And the Sams here. The devilish part of all of this, the crazy work of all this, is that I literally just don't use them in here. like no chord, none in the chorus. And I did all of this work just to not use them. I don't use them at all. Like, come on, bro. I spent a long ass time. Yeah, I don't even use any of these except for like transitions where it's just saying this stop sign and sticker on it. Like, just this stuff. Like, that's all I use it for. The rest of the chopping I just didn't end up using, which is really stupid. But, you know, that's how things are. It was for experimentation purposes. Here's where it gets really hype because nothing changes except for the cymbals. Now I have I have like a ride. So there's that, which is super awesome because like I hear a bunch of. I usually never delete what I don't use because unless I'm 100% sure, or it's a really big project that deleting stuff would actually be like useful. I always like to go back and check out what I did. Most of the time, it's not even like for like a useful reason. Most of the time, it's just because like I like going back and looking at what I did. Just like for funsies, because like I treat the project like its own thing. Like there's the song and there's the project, you know. This is a messy example, other than like, you know, red stuff, whatever. It's kind of organized, but most of the time my stuff is way more color coded than this. Usually I name every single thing. I go through like these phases, right? I go crazy with all my ideas before I forget them / lose inspiration. And then it makes a huge mess, and then I just can't stand it anymore, and I go through everything and I color code it and put in groups and name things. Because I love groups so much. Groups are so great. I love, like, seriously, like Ableton's, like one of their main things that I use it for is just the groups because I just love them so much. And so, yeah, and so I like to keep everything there because to me it's like, it's as if like a, you know, like an artist will take, like a visual artist will take like, you know, they'll post like all this, like they might post sketches and stuff. Like I want to keep the sketches because these are all the sketches. So I like to keep everything. If it's not like detrimental to my my computer performance, I like to keep everything. And this one isn't a super heavy. This isn't a very heavy, you know, project. I have much worse. So I kept everything just for funsies. I keep things out of principle or out of humor because they're funny. Hence the I don't know what I was thinking. So here is where we get to the crazy cool part. There's the ride that's in the background. A lot of songs that I listen to do that. I have worse things. So I'm so like it's getting kind of hype, and I hear a lot of songs do that where they just put a constant ride in the back, so it's just like like constant, you know, really high noise in the background. It kind of just like makes it seem like more exciting. And then here is the really cool part because this is where I got stuck. This is where I stopped making anything because I lost energy and inspiration. I was like, oh, okay, well that was a cool exercise. Now I don't know what to do. Because by now I had taken the Lewis Cole thing. Because this is, I think, I probably have an export. Because I do exports of stuff. So like if I go here, LC type beat. Here it is. Yeah. So like this stuff. That kick sounds horrendous, but you know, this stuff, LC type beat. So it's like older things. It was really just like a Lewis Cole exercise type thing. And so I had already, by this time that I got to this part, I'd already like mashed that idea with the stop sign idea. And then I got to this part and I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, you know, I was kind of out of ideas because I wasn't just going to repeat this for like another, you know, minute and a half. It would have just been boring. And then on Wednesday, April 16th, no, 15th, mid-April, Fizz Volume 1 by Phonon and Israel Strom came out, and I listened to it and made a bunch of cool friends and saw that in almost every song, or pretty much in every song, they have these solos. And I was like, oh, that's really cool, but I can't solo like that. Like I can't, like I like to think I'm decent at piano playing, but I don't have the chops to play that kind of stuff. And I thought they were improvised, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. So at some point, I don't remember when it was, but at some point I was in a voice chat with Israel Strom, and I asked him like, hey, are those improvised or do you actually compose those? And he said that, oh, of course they're composed. I was like, oh my God, I can do a solo and I don't have to invent it on the spot. I can just compose one. And I literally like, it's kind of stupid that I didn't get that idea before, but I hadn't apparently. So I just like went crazy, and over like 2 days I spent like 7 hours just like like the grind was insane and arduous and devilish. And I just went kind of cray cray on the whole working on the project thing, and so I just made this whole solo. A lot of this is obviously not played by me in real time because I can't I can't do that real time, octaves, I can't. So what I did was I just like, is this okay? I have my piano. Ta-da! Ignore how ridiculously compressed this piano is. So I just like played it in real time, but I slowed the hell out of the song down. So I went to like 80 BPM, like 70 BPM, played the thing, sped it up, and then edited it a little bit. I edited it, a little bit, to make it not sound like, too fake or too robotic, whatever. So that's mostly what I did. I started out with just a piano. And I literally just like, there's not even any like specific things that like, there's not an overarching idea. I literally just started here and then just spent like 2 days just going writing the whole thing. So there's two parts, there's two halves, there's the cool part and then there's the cooler part. So I have 3 layers here. I have the piano, and then I have this guy, which for some reason doesn't have any swing. Okay, whatever. Who cares? By Lewis Cole. There's this guy because I got really into a lot of gospel pianists, like organists, and a lot of them, like, their piano sounds are super layered. They'll have like a piano sound, and I noticed a lot of them have like a saw sound in the back, like a sort of saw pad type thing in the back. So I try to just like stick that in my thing. So like, layered. Just add some texture or whatever. And then there's the organ. Actually, not the organ. Little sign guy. So it's all these. Because I think this was after I listened to Fizz for the first time, I'd realized that it's like never just a piano in their solos. There's always like a bunch of layers. So I was just thinking like I should do that. I should just put a ton of layers. And so I put a ton of layers, and it cuts through pretty good, I think. There's the chords here that come in. There's like a transition. Yeah, and there's a couple, little guys. So I don't know if you guys want me to get into the specifics of the solo, like if you want me to explain all the ideas, because I don't know if you guys like want to know that, but I probably will, just for funsies, because I'm pretty happy with this thing that I did. So, wait a second. Okay, so there's a big event going on. There's the the Fizz Jacob Collier movement project plan going on, so I'm kind of trying to keep up with that as well. Where they're trying to get Jacob to listen to Fizz, or at least make him aware of the movement and all. Okay, whole lot of... Oh my god, there's some crazy stuff going on. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna keep going. My bad, gang. I'm gonna continue on this. No distractions. No distractions. Dude, if Jacob sees Fizz, like, we did it. Like, this is the movement is... This is the movement. Like, it finally, it happened. We did it. Let me... Okay. Sorry, I'm just, like, organizing... Oh. I'm organizing my windows. Okay, so here's the solo. So I'm gonna go off the piano, because it's, like, disgustingly compressed, but it's, like, you know, whatever. So... I want to do, like, kind of bluesy type, super, you know, swung stuff. Is this all in one thing? No. I'm gonna go ahead and merge this all into one thing. Okay. So here's the whole... Can you not? Okay, whatever. Here's the whole solo. So this is played by me, but just like at a way slower BPM, because I can't do this fast. Whatever. This is typical me stuff of, like, just messing around. This one I want to do like a sort of like super chromatic. So it's just like, oh god, that ringing, dude. Okay, that's terrible. But it's like, you know, general, just a lot of chromatic stuff, enclosures, all that fun stuff. I think I just composed this by hand because these are super well lined up. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I know I composed it by hand. Maybe I didn't play it. It looks like I played it. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, here is where it gets hype, because then it's 2 octaves. So this is just fourths. Like, I'm a fourths guy. Come on now. But, like, yeah, I thought it sounded cool to have fourths, and I just doubled the octave because hype. These are literally just all fifths going. Dude, I wish. Could you imagine if Fizz remixed the stop sign song? It would be crazy. Devilish work. Well, yeah, that's because it was super inspired by Fizz. Like, it was like this whole solo was like unlocked by Fizz, and I got like a super crazy just surge of inspiration, just like this all out in 2 days, or at least not the song, but the solo. You know, whatever. More stuff. This part is pretty cool. This is just. It's like basically what I did the whole time is just I found an idea, and then just repeat it, and just like repeat it down or up again. This part's pretty cool because this is. I think I don't know what this chord is. Let me check. What chord is this? Yeah, this is C major, and I do an arpeggio of probably D major, right? Yeah, I just do it over. So it's just like, you know, Lydian because sharp 4, sharp 11. So I just like, you know, something like that. So it's just a bunch of, it's just all. Yeah, and then I end on the 6 because if you end on if it's like a C chord, right? You end, you're done, and then it's just kind of lame. So if you end like, you go, and you end there, it sounds like it just sounds like you actually want to keep going instead of, you know, I don't know what it is. So it's, oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Anyways. So there's this. And then here is really cool because it's more fourths. Does she? Does she say hi? Hi, Kira. Shout out to Kira, guys. This is awesome. This is so cool. There's so many things going on. This is kind of overwhelming. Anyways, so here's the thing. It's just why are you? So it's just like 6/9 chords. Am I right? Because it starts on F. Yeah, so it's like this kind of voicing where, you know, F major, and you go. So it's 6, 9. No, that's not it. 7, 9, 6. I'm stupid. 7, 3, 6, 9. So I just took that and then just. I just like mess with. I had to write this mostly by hand because these like crazy like 4 stuff is just really difficult. This, I have a trick for this. So no, I did not go in real time. I probably just played this. Yeah, so this is just, I just did that, and then took this, and then, cause now in Ableton Live 12, there's the whole scale stuff, and so if you just like take this, or just the top part, move it down, what is this, probably a 6th? Yeah, and move it down a 6th, and then just select all the bottom notes, and then do fit to scale. Then it'll just like sort of like auto tune every note. You know what I mean? It'll like quantize every note to the scale, and so it's really easy to do that kind of stuff because you can just like. The only thing you gotta watch out for is repeating notes, because sometimes the auto you know, it changes two notes to the same thing in a row. You just want to avoid those because it sounds kind of weird. But other than that, it just like it ends up like pretty. And then here, the idea was, you know, people do that. People do that. I did that here, just. So it's pretty. This is just sort of that sort of thing where it's just that kind of thing. Then here, this is just like, this is a bebop line, you know? What is this? Dang. Yeah, you can see my level of playing today is excellent because I've totally been practicing all day. So it's just like that kind of stuff. Just a lot of chromatic. Just a lot of, yeah, chromatic passing tones. Then I don't even know what this is, like. Just more random sort of chord tones with passing notes. You know, not gonna make it too complicated. This part is cool, and this is the only part I think that I just fully just clicked in, because oh, there's also phase runner. So yeah, so this part is I think C sharp major, and then is this here? Yeah, here. This is again just D major, like, you know, that kind of thing on C major, because it makes a cool Lydian sound. And then, you know, it just goes up to, which is the same note it started on, so it kind of feels like sort of more final. So that's the whole thing. That's the entirety of the composition process. These guys, I know these lines are a little annoying. It's just because I needed to stick them up there to remind myself what every chord was while I was composing it, because I would always forget, and it was a little annoying. So yeah, so there was that. Yes, and yeah, so that's solo compositional wise. Over here, this stuff gets like same thing. This part for some reason. Okay, this part when I go is a very pianistic thing to do. It's a very piano sound. So I took off the other elements because they also would sound weird if I put them there. Then over here, the second half of it, I add an organ, just for more funsies. I think the whole thing sounds and over here, this guy goes a little crazy. I've got a delay that literally just like gets just louder, like dry wet louder over the whole thing. So it's kind of like, because this part is just like super, and also rhythmically it's cool because it's triplets, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it seems to be in sextuplets, so it's just like, you know, people do that where they just like do a crazy like sextuplet line and you're like, oh my god, they're so awesome. That's what I want to do. So I did that, and I think the same thing here. Yeah, same thing here. I probably just put more reverb and delay. Yeah, reverb goes up and delay stays the same. It just turns on. Never mind. I'm sorry, what? I don't know what that was. But yeah, that. So more delay, more reverb, that sort of thing. Here, I don't know if there's anything that I missed. There's this really long riser. It kind of creeps up on the whole thing. And then over here, I don't know what this is. Do I actually use this? Okay, I don't. What is this? This is why I keep this stuff, dude. What the hell is this? Okay, so that's in there. I don't use it, but it's in there. That's what's important. I think it's Cam that wanted me to use it. It's Cam that said like, "Ha, that's a funny sound. You should put it in." Convincer, it was so funny, dude. It was so funny. I didn't use it. There's no effects on here other than like an EQ, but like. It's just like a scream. This is so awesome. I completely forgot about this. The count? Is this like a vampire getting like... Dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened when I was making this. Is this like a... No? Oh. Don't know what that is. We're not touching that. We're not touching that. We're not touching that. What is this? I have no idea what, like... Where is it? It's not in here. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I don't know where it is, but it's a scream that I have on this song. And it's awesome. So, yeah. So there's that. So there's the end of the thing. We're not opening wherever I go. We're not opening that can of worms. So same like 2 cymbals, reverse cymbals, classic. Yo, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I'm at the solo part. I just spent like 90,000 years explaining my process of composing this part. Low-key awesome. So yeah, we just found this in here. Isn't that sick, guys? Isn't that cool and awesome? Hello, Dominic. This is so cool. What's this? Another thing I don't use. All of the things I don't use are just like vocal one shots. Because there's this. There's just this is like hell, right? And then there's, where is it? And there's this. I don't know what I'm doing, dude. What was that? Okay. So now we've officially made it to halfway past the song. This is so... Hi, Kira. I've been reading the messages on Discord. I'm so confused. I've never been more confused. This is very confusing. Okay, so yeah, I just got done with all the stuff. So here is kind of like the, whatever. So this is the cool part. So I put this, whoosh up, but it's actually whoosh down. Yeah, thank you, Fizz community. You guys are so awesome. You guys are so cool. I love you, Fizz community. Shout out to Fizz community. Thank you, Fizz community. You guys are so cool. I love you, Fizz community. Thank you, Fizz community. Shout out to them, to the Fizz community. Shout out to those guys. So here, I have the orchestral interlude, which is here, but I actually started it over here. I just had to do like a little wind down thing before. So yeah, there's that. This whole thing is the orchestra bus, or the orchestra group. So they start out. Notice how it gets unbearably like compressed because I just put the OTT on it, because or else it would just sound really and muffled under everything else that goes on in the final chorus. But here there's not a ton of OTT. And I remember it was like, I was really happy with the melody because the melody that I already had for the vocals was literally just me saying one note per chord. And it was just a chord tone, whatever. So it's kind of like boring, but here I was like, oh, I'm actually gonna like try to make an effort to come up with like a new melody. So I have these, because Lewis Cole does orchestra stuff, like he does that kind of stuff, again, like more Lewis Cole inspired things. Thank you, Kofi. So there's that. And then over here it like, and then there's these little guys. It's like a call and response type thing where there's those that meh, 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 meh. What? No way. How did it go? Like, did she like talk to him? That is insane. I'm very curious to see how this played out, because the messages on the Fizz Discord server, I did not understand any of them. Wait a second. What? Oh my god. Dude. Oh my god, this is so awesome. There's so many things going on. This day is great. This is such a cool. Your mom looks so enthusiastic. This is so sick. That's really awesome. This is such an eventful and an awesome Sunday, guys. This is so cool. So there's, anyways, not to say anyways to your mom meeting Jacob Collier, but there's a sort of call and response going on where there's and then there's these guys who go. These guys are like really. You're late, pal. Why are you late? Jacob is always full of whimsy. And there's these little guys who are just little so joyous. And this part is where it gets really hype, because all of the things that were here before, they all fade out. All these guys, like, everything slowly fades out. All of the other electronic elements fade out. They all fade out. All these guys are gone. Except the bass. And then the bass goes crazy. And it doesn't sound like a fart. It sounds like an amp that's like unplugged. Yeah, it just sounds like a computer completely failing. But yeah, so like all this stuff gets out of the way because I wanted to have like, I didn't want to just like wham, it's all orchestral. I want to do like an actually clean transition because it would sound like poopy doo doo. And so, you know, everything goes away, the new melody comes in, kind of, but it's still kind of the same sort of feel. It's just like, you know, different sounds. And then here is where it's just like, and it's subtle, but the bass goes like actually lower and stuff. You're just like, oh, okay, it's building back up, you know, because there's this was a high. This is a pretty big high because the solo is, in my opinion, quite neat. And then over here it sort of dies down, and then over here it starts building back up like really. I'm super excited. So this guy actually doesn't come back. He's just there for the sidechain. Okay, anyway. Yeah, everything starts to fade back in very slowly. This bass is like going crazy. You know, there's another whoosh. Then over here, there's, what is this? A little timpani. There's a gong. Because gongs are really cool, as I've come to learn by Jacob's like live streams and stuff. And you know, so yeah, all that stuff. And then everything goes kind of crazy. Now there's these guys who are we were like, it's kind of like, you know, sort of faster rhythm and, you know, more anticipatory. And then I added more voices, because usually when I would do orchestral stuff, it would be like really dense chords and a lot of layers. But I realized that I could just take a melody and just double it a ton. So this is all. I realized, like, well, listening to other orchestral stuff, that people actually like make the melody louder because it's the melody. So like, duh. But like all these guys, bassoons. And the counter melody guys are still here. They're still like, there's just more of them. These are more like horns. So it's like strings versus horns type of deal. Then, you know, there's these guys. Yeah, so that's pretty much the whole thing. It's just these guys, and these slowly fade in, as well as the vocals. And so it's like, oh, it's hinting at the chorus again. And then we finally get back to the actual chorus, except now, not only is there the you know, but there's a whole orchestra behind it that's like so compressed. Like the entire orchestra has 100% amount of OTT on it. Like it's crazy. Like, yeah. So it's just like super duper compressed. There's this, you know, all the effects are mostly for transitions, but, you know, EQ to get some of the highs out, compressor just to sidechain everything to the kick. And then to emphasize alright bro, calm down. To emphasize the melody, I bring back the piano here. So the piano's playing the melody too. And then this is like super high energy. Then it goes even higher. Because now I'm adding all of these guys. So there's all of these guys up here now, accompanying, and there's also the. There's just a crash. There's just more noise, just so much noise. So the bass is back, everything is back basically, just it's in the background too. There's a lot of whooshes in this song, just whooshes everywhere. So yeah, and on its own, this sounds like pretty horrendous in terms of like, you know, how it sounds. I'm happy with it. It's just it sounds like terrible on its own, but in the context it works fine, so it doesn't really matter. And then here it gets even more intense because now I have 3 voices. So I have the 3rd voice too. And it goes really high up, so it's like. So yeah, so I try to balance everything there. These guys are all here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the voices because I don't really consider myself a singer. Like, I don't really like singing. Like, using my voice to make effects, sure, but I don't like singing really. So I'm pretty happy with how I handled the voice. I've had like, cause I didn't when I posted this when I released it, I didn't put any like lyrics. I probably should. It'd be cool if I did like timed lyrics. I probably will soon, but I haven't done that yet. And people like a bunch of friends have asked me like, what the hell are you saying? Cause it's just like, you know, impossible to understand what I'm saying when it's when the whole thing is like. You know, it's like super duper edited and stuff. So yeah, the rest here, outro, you know, I took some of these guys away, but they're still there. It's like reminiscing, they're still there. All the snare is gone. It's just again the claps like the beginning. Bass is gone. Well, there's you know the drone bass down here, and then these guys actually come in. So I figured I would just like use them instead of just leaving them there. What is this? Oh brother, this is me trying to figure out chords. So yeah, this outro is really funny because the second part here I find rather humorous. So there's this first part, whatever. It gets more tame. These little kicks come back, and then. I wanted to reinforce that this is not a serious song. This is a stupid song to have fun with. So I put a stupid ending just to like really drive that home, you know. So everything is back, all the little punchy stuff, and then the bass is done by this guy. So it's just like really funny. And kind of stupid, and then just like, yay! And here, this is fully intentional. If you listen to the song and hear this at the end and go, "Oh, we forgot to mute something," no, I didn't. This is fully intentional. And this is inspired by a Jacob Mann song called "Baby Carrots," where at the end he goes. He does that. I thought that was exceptionally hilarious, and so I stole it from my song. I just put a little meep at the end. Yeah. So that about covers the whole song. We did it, guys. We got through the whole song in an hour and a half. wasn't that just grand? Yeah, so this was super super cool. This is the whole song. So if you guys have anything else that you want me to like talk about with this song, do let me know, because I will answer every question no matter what it is. I don't know when I started this. If I look at the project file, this is created, okay, yeah, July 2025. So, like, that wasn't created July 2025. That's way too... Okay, it wasn't created July 2025. It was like, I don't know, this song maybe took like 2 months. Maybe. Because a lot of it wasn't just like, oh, it took so long because this was difficult to make. It just took long because I forgot about it and then got an idea for it and then just like started it, stopped it, started, stopped it, you know, just like a big wrestle with all of motivation stuff. Okay, I can do that. It's just gonna be a little embarrassing, but here it is. If I put these all in a group real quick so I can remove them. Yes, QJ. I'm showing it. I am showing. I said any question. It's gonna be embarrassing, but I'm still gonna show it. Ready?
That stop sign has a sticker on it. That window has graffiti on it. Won't say
I sound like a 5-year-old. Am I right? Like, I sound like way too young. Like,
that hair color is cool as shit.
Yeah, it sounds a lot less cool.
If I change, I gotta commit. Graffiti on it. Won't say I haven't been considering it.
Yeah, not ideal. Aha. So yeah, I just really focused on getting the right note because I didn't want the well, puberty. I recorded this like 2 months ago. But like I didn't want to have the auto shift do too much work, so I tried to like really get good takes in terms of just like, you know, getting the right note. I'm the youngest Ableton producer ever. So yeah, so this is the song. I don't know. I mean, I think they sound fine. It's just I don't like hearing myself like that because I sound so young. It's like I'm used to my voice now, but like it sounds weird when I sound like I'm 5, honestly. I don't know. Anyways, that was a song. I'm gonna dance to it now because I have long hair and I want to do this. Ready? Okay. Okay, got that out of the way. Phew. Okay, so that's the whole song. That's everything. There's not too much hidden stuff. Usually there's more hidden stuff that's not like, you know, super you know, usually there's more stuff that I didn't use or that I discarded. So oh my god, that would be a pretty good gif. But yeah, so that stop sign has a sticker on it with an absurdly long name. If I go into all of the exports for this, which are here, this is like an abysmal like abbreviation. My bad, gang. But yeah, no. So I abandoned the naming the whole thing in the work in progress. What is this? That's 3 hours. Different song. But they sound the same, so it's funny because I was working on this and you know, Cam, thank you. Cam told me like, dude, just do the song. I'm like, okay. And at some point we were in a VC, and he just told me like, just make a different one. Just do a song and make it right now. I was like, okay. And so I was kind of like in that mindset of this kind of sound, like sort of house type drums, whatever. And then so I made that. I made 3 hours in 3 hours, which is why it's called that. And it to me, just like stop sign is like 3 hours premium. Like it's 3 hours, but I actually put effort into it. So when people go like, oh, listen to 3 hours, I'm like, no, listen to stop sign instead. It's much, much better than 3 hours. I actually put effort into it. So yeah, that's stop sign. And I have to put, I put a, what's crazy is that it's E-rated. Look guys, it's for adults. Don't show this to kids. I say the word shit in it on multiple different occasions, and you can't even understand it because my song sounds like the whole time. So yeah, so that's just super neat. So that's the song. I don't know how to end this. I've never ended a stream before. So QJ, how should I end this stream? Because I don't know how to end it. Well, I know how to end it, but I don't know in which way I should. That would be interesting or cool or funny or whatever. The stream goes on forever? Okay, I'll just open Roblox and just play the Roblox for the rest of the day. I need to come up with a funny bit, though. Allude to something mysterious in the future? Oh boy, do I have something to allude to. Okay, so me and QJ are doing this thing together. We're doing an album, and I'm working on it, and it is getting close to being done. It is getting close. It is getting dangerously close. Obviously, there is still much work to be done, but in terms of, the whole project, like, I would say it's maybe like 86% done, I would say. Maybe even 90%, I think. So that's something to look forward to. It's probably going to happen next winter. Or hi Kira. So that's probably next winter or next spring is when that's gonna be more stuff like that's gonna be happening. So stay tuned for my stuff and for me and QJ stuff / just QJ stuff because she's making things on her own now. So, and also another thing to look forward to is I'm going to be posting the VOD of the stream once I figure out how to get it. And also, whenever I get the time, because I have a job and school soon, I'm going to try to edit this whole stream down to a video, because like I make stuff on Instagram, like those things, but they always end up being like a minute 20, a minute 30, which is just way too long for Instagram attention span. So I think my editing style is better for like a YouTube video format type of thing. So whenever I get the time, I'm gonna edit this down to that. And if I get more questions, like after this stream is done that I haven't answered, I'm gonna answer those in the video in like a little section, like a Q&A section after. So, excuse me. Be sure to ask questions if you have something that I didn't address today. And in that video, once that's done, that's gonna be in there. So yeah, that should be pretty much it, honestly. That should be pretty much it. So yeah, I'll be doing stuff. So good day to you guys. See you next time. Hi, Kira. What's your question? The latency is going to make this take like 10 minutes. Alright, bye guys. Guys, I'm kidding. Guys, I'm kidding. If I could end the stream remotely, I would. No. I'm already back. I'm already back. I had a singular gulp of water. Because that probably helps cure jaundice, which I supposedly have according to Kira. So, anyways, I'm gonna be off of this stream. I'm still gonna be on my little computer box. So if any of you guys want to like play Roblox or anything after, I'm down. So this was very fun. I plan on doing more of these, because these are really funny. Dude, I wish I could. The only thing is that the phone is my camera. Like, this is my camera. Like, I can't. Oh. So, yeah, this is my camera setup. I wish I could. I really wish I could. I wish I did. That would have been really funny. So, anyways, I'm gonna get off this streaming stuff because my computer's not overheating, but I think it will be soon. So yeah, let's migrate to the Fizz server. Let's go hang out in there, guys. Come on now. Okay, thank you for being here though, because if I was just like here alone, it would have been a little depressing. So it's fun that you guys are actually like joining and asking questions and just like, you know, watching and stuff. So yeah, this was awesome. Thank you guys. Goodbye. See you next